This is Boxing Talk A576 coming at you. Man, I want to talk about the fights that's going to happen this weekend. The Felix Diaz versus Terrence Crawford. I got Terrence Crawford winning that fight. Everybody obviously knows Terrence Crawford is one of my favorite fighters, him and Keith Thurman. And I don't see Crawford losing at 140. I just think he's prime. I think he's going to be prime for that weight. It's just some fighters I believe that are just prime at the weight, and I don't think right now no one's going to beat him. At least anybody at 140 is going to beat him right now. Felix Diaz, he had a good fight against Lamont Peterson. I didn't really look at the fight. I know some people said they thought he beat Lamont Peterson. He gave Lamont Peterson a really good fight. He's been fluctuating from 140 to 147. He's a former Olympic gold medalist. I just think Crawford, he's kind of like 5'5", 5'6". He mostly is kind of like a inside fighter. One of those guys that can fight on the inside, get on the inside. Mainly, he has to get on the inside because of his height and his reach. I just see Terrence Crawford controlling the fight from the outside. If Felix Diaz is successful in getting on the inside, I see Terrence Crawford being able to have success on the inside as well. I believe Terrence Crawford can stop him. I believe Terrence Crawford can stop him around about 7 or 8. And I think Felix Diaz will have some good moments in the fight. He is an experienced fighter, as we know. You know, he's a former gold medalist. So he is an experienced fighter that can handle himself. But I just think Terrence Crawford is prime at this weight, man. And I would like to I will talk about what I want Terrence Crawford to do after this fight is over. But yeah, I got Terrence Crawford by stoppage in the later rounds, 8, 9 round. It's an interesting fight that's happening in the UK between Liam Walsh and Devontae Tank Davis. You know, Davis is with Mayweather Promotions. There's some things I want to say about that situation. Tank Davis and Mayweather, when Mayweather was doing the press conference, it seemed like it was a press conference that Mayweather was about to fight. Tank Davis, he didn't let Tank Davis even really talk or express his thoughts on the fight. Mayweather was acting like it was his press conference, and he was wanted to fight. See, Mayweather is attention. He needs attention like a woman. Like, he needs attention, man. Like, if somebody getting attention, he always want to come back and say, well, I did this, I did that, I broke records and all that stuff. Nobody gives a fuck, man. Your shit is over. You said you retired, so your stuff is over. You about to fight a MMA fighter, so you just go ahead and fight an MMA fighter. Let the boxers box. I didn't like how Tank Davis was letting Mayweather just take over the interview, man. Like, it's your press conference. You need to talk. But at any rate, he missed weight yesterday on the scales. But I heard it. He finally made weight, so he won't be losing his belts on the scales. But that tells me something, man. You with Mayweather, and Mayweather is this guy that can get guys prepared to fight, and you come in not on weight. I don't understand why you can come in on weight. And what that tells me is either he didn't dedicate himself, or taking this fight serious, and he didn't work out and get himself prepared for the fight like he should have, or if he's just outgrowing the weight, because he is still young, he's still growing. So I don't know, maybe he outgrown the weight. Maybe this will be his last fight at this weight. But I seen a couple of Liam Smith fights, because I never seen him fight before. So I just went back and seen some of his fights to see how he would do versus Tank Davis, because I did see some of Tank Davis fights, like a couple of his fights. And Liam Smith, he can handle himself, man. He moves his head very well. He has a nice jab. He has a nice 1-2. He has nice foot movement, which I think will give Davis a lot of problems, because Davis is a guy that needs to be set. He's a flat-footed puncher. I'm not saying he can't move, but to get off his hard shots, he has to be set. And Liam Smith, he looks like he can handle himself pretty good. It's an interesting fight, man. It's an upset alert on Tank Davis. Tank Davis may still be the slight favorite, But I think I'm a favor Liam Smith in this fight, man. I think he has the style that can get Tank Davis a lot of trouble if he don't get caught with no hard punches early. That's the key, early. If he don't get caught early and the fight starting going around 5, 6, 7, and 8, then it's gonna get really interesting. But I got Liam Smith, man. I got Liam Smith winning a decision. And Liam Smith got some pop himself, so Tank Davis got to watch out. But I got Liam Smith by split decision. Let me know what you think. This is Vice Talk 8576. I'm out.